want to say I'm kind of off. Is there some buildings to the right?
So are you still stealthing?
I'm still attempting to. Yeah.
Okay. So you kind of like try and get a read on the situation, and roll a perception check for me.
22.
22. Okay, so yeah, you everything that I just said, you notice as well. You can see that everybody seems to be pretty much just concerned about what's going on and trying to figure out what happened. As you guys are kind of all standing around here, you notice all of the bells seem to have stopped.
Okay. So, as I'm trying to help whoever I can, I'm kind of asking the ones that seem like they're okay to answer questions, like, hey, what happened to you guys?
Okay. As you come up to this one, like, you know, this middle-aged woman, she seems pretty rough, but, you know, it's more just the situation, a little bit shell-shocked than anything. She's just like, they came out of nowhere, there's so many of them, they're goblins as far as the eye could see.
I knew it.
I have a -1 to intelligence.
I love you. Goblins came out of nowhere. There's a bunch of them. Okay. Did you see where they came from? Were they just hiding in the grass? What happened?
They ambushed us. We were a traveling caravan coming to sell goods to Lion's Arch. This was just a few of us. A lot of us didn't make it here. And I don't know what happened to the others. We lost all of our goods. We lost all of our trade. We, in fact, haven't just managed to get here with our lives.
Do I hear this or no?
Roll a perception check. You rolled a 22.
I rolled
yeah,
a 22.
You hear this. You hear it.
I start looking for tracks.
Yeah. Or you start looking.
So, what did they say? Are they coming in from the city and they lost everything?
They're basically like they came off the path,
Yeah,
ran into the city for shelter.
Okay, cool. Never mind. I'm not doing that.
It's
Because I presume they haven't attacked.
But
I was gonna say we're inside the gates.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
You've heard everything that they said.
Okay. Gotcha. Sorry.
Where were you coming from?
We were coming from. As Deacon brings up his map.
Doodaloo.
I was just wondering, like, how far they traveled and stuff before this happened.
They were we were traveling through the far shiver peaks from Ascalon.
Okay. How far away from here did they attack? Like, how long did it take for you guys to get here after the attack? Do you know?
I can't quite remember. It all went by in a flash, but it wasn't far from the city. Much closer than it should have been.
Okay, so that's a problem. Are you guys close enough to be hearing this, or do I have to like turn around and be like, "Hey guys"?
That'd be pretty close to inspect the wound. So
I would say for right now, you're pretty much like whispered conversation with
Okay.
this lady.
Okay.
So that they, but
I wouldn't hear them. Never mind.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Mac,
Okay.
so
So I'm gonna. So if that's the case, I'm just gonna say, well, I'm glad you made it here safe. Here's a berry. I wish I could do more. This is all I can do on short notice. Sorry.
Your kindness means more than you know.
Basically.
So I heard this, right?
So Melandri, keep you. I need to go talk to my companions.
Oh, okay.
And I go and. You're being stealthy, so I at least see these two, I guess, and
I
tell
was trying
them
to
what's going
futz it
on.
around because I didn't know what to do and I was too sleepy to really. I just woke up. Yeah, really.
So yeah, I tell them like what the lady just told me,
Okay.
and then so
I go up to the guards and ask them, "Is this a common problem?"
So you come up to another guard, and
I don't know.
he's just like, "What? No, there's no goblins in these parts."
Well,
There are
apparently
now.
you do.
As you guys are kind of all coming together and kind of starting to commiserate, a small crowd of like other townsfolk are slowly starting to come up behind you. Roll another stealth check for me.
18 on the die plus 6.
Okay, yeah.
24.
So you're still good.
sneaky motherfucker. By the way, anyone see where the other elf went?
He made his profile match like the tree or something, just turning around.
Okay, why is there a bush in the middle of the street? Anyway.
So under a car.
So this isn't. So none of this is normal. I'm thinking we should offer to help and maybe go hunt down these goblins, see if there are any other survivors.
How many people are approaching?
It's kind of trickling in. I mean, this is.
With that roll, can I say that I'm now stealthing through the crowd, using it to kind of.
If you want to.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're kind of like inching your way up through the crowd. I mean, it's not a large crowd. There's maybe 10, 15 people. Everybody seems pretty like closed up right now, but they're starting to poke out and see that everything's okay, and they're just trying to figure out, curiosity, what's going on.
All right, I'm just gonna approach the group then through the crowd.
Okay. As you guys do this, you three turn and you notice that the one man that seemed to have a lot more decoration on his armor, he kind of like notices the crowd forming, and he's just like, "All right, all of you, back to your homes. Nothing to see here. Go back."
Was he injured, or was he
he looks to be someone higher up in the guards.
Okay.
He was talking to someone that was injured.
Gotcha. Okay.
So he's from the group that got here. He's not like a city official.
He is a city official.
Oh, okay.
He's like leader man.
Where'd the remote go? I'll just turn that off.
I'm going to go up to leader man, stick my hand out, and go, "I'm Miriam, and I hear you have a goblin problem."
So he kind of like
Broker.
looks at you, looks at your hand, looks back up at you. Miriam, you say?
Yes, sir.
The Lion's Archgod, we will handle this issue. It is nice to meet you, though.
Like you handled it so well just now.
Roll a intimidation check.
It just happened, and she's just throwing shade.
Might eat that.
14. Do I add to it?
Your intimidation?
Intimidation?
It's charisma.
I have
You
charisma.
should have good charisma.
I have that's a 17 total.
So +3.
That's 17 total. Oh yeah.
17 total.
He kind of looks at you and he just goes, "Thank you, but the situation is under control."
I need business cards. Okay. Well, to hand out.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't know we
I'll
were
be
in
around
business.
if you need help.
We'll keep you in mind. And he, like, when he says that, you get the air, he's
No.
fucking
No.
doesn't give a shit about you.
You should have approached him.
City guards aren't always my favorite people around.
So,
We gotta
as
see
you guys
what
are kind of
sounds like.
standing there, a couple of the injured civilians are just like, they start, you hear whispers and kind of shouts for just like, "Our friends, our family, they're still out there. Someone needs to go get them." And then the guardsman, he kind of goes up to a couple of the guards that are standing around like, "You, go, find them. Like, follow the trail, you'll find them." And then about 6 troops from the city guard, they make their way to the gate. The gate opens.
Oh
they
shit!
run out.
My intimidation is better than I thought it was.
What was it?
My intimidation is a +5 and not a +3.
But I thought you were doing charisma.
Okay.
Intimidation goes
Oh,
off of
oh,
charisma,
oh,
but
herk.
I'm trained in intimidation.
Okay. That changes things.
That does change things, I think.
Redo.
Alternate reality. Okay. So as Miriam, you come up and you say you've handled this so
I'm trained
well.
in it. So
Right.
I get +2.
Proficiency. Oh shit!
Oh,
I forgot
shit.
to use that earlier with my perception. Oh well, whatever.
So as you come up to him and you say, like, so you've handled this so well. He was just like, "Damn king never sends us enough guards. If you think you can hunt them down, then you do it yourself."
I peek my head around the corner and say, "Is there coin involved?"
So he kind of like stands and looks at the crowd, and you're starting to realize now that some of the people that are coming up, they seem like the adventuring type. They seem a little bit rough. In fact, roll a perception check for me.
I'm mad at those. I'm real bad at those. I'm not so bad at those. I'm not great either. Oh god.
Oh.
Yeah, it's that bad. What is that? A 6?
The box deflected.
That's a
that was a
7.
6.
Okay.
That's a 7
Beautiful.
total.
Good
Yeah,
to know.
the box is not my friend.
Good to know.
Yeah.
So he kind of turns to the crowd and he's just like, all of you, speak to the others within the city. 10 gold for every goblin head retrieved. We will find these survivors. We will bring them back. You have until the morning.
Oh, we have to carry heads?
So
Fucked up.
You need a headset.
Carry these heads in.
Right.
You got a head bag?
he just like brushes off these comments
Preferably
because there seems
recyclable.
to be a swell of just like what, how, and some of the like meeker people are just like starting to like look a little bit awkward and they're running off to go maybe tell some other people and the crowd kind of disperses and flows and as the crowd kind of like rushes back. Roll a perception die for me.
Oh, sorry, that's an 11. Okay.
Make sure I have my perception right here.
I was actually only plus 5, so it's 16.
Okay. As the crowd kind of ebbs and flows and eventually disperses, you look around and you see semicircle of guards. You look in front of you and you see your friends. And then you look to your right. You notice a very large half-orc beside you.
Stop
Did
it.
the rest of the group doesn't notice at all? Directly next to me, they don't notice a giant half-orc.
I'm pretty dumb, man.
I'm tending to the wounded.
I have pretty good wisdom.
Gonna completely ignore him. So do you guys say that we go do a little goblin hunting tonight?
Yeah, what time is it now? Like 4:30?
4 in the morning?
Probably closer to
It's probably
5.
closer to 5.
Oh, the bird
Okay,
always
so
catches
like
the goblin.
sunrise is probably like 2 hours.